They say even that the penis is a tiltil.
I love this. Look at his body language. He's like looking aside like, so, yo, someone help me. Someone, is there a button? Is there an alarm? Like, someone get me out of here. I was like laughing so hard during this portion. Like, he wants someone to life save him right now. Like, yo, someone pull me out of this conversation. Hey, yo, what's up, you guys? So I'm coming to you with another video, and we're talking about What is a Woman, the documentary by the Daily Wire, presented by Walsh. You know, I gotta be a Daily Wire subscriber now, behind the paywall and everything, so actually I don't mind, because Daily Wire is probably going to be the new Netflix. So we're going to talk about it, have a quick movie review, and talk about a little portion of the video in the documentary. We'll take a look into it, have a discussion. So with that said, shall we begin? But first, of course, if you're new to my channel, what is up? My name is Mitch, Maverick Mitch. Hey, Mitch, all the Mitches, the real Mitcher, call sign Don, and pretty much I like talking about what I talk about. So, current events, reviews, pop culture, social political commentary, be sure to check out all those videos as you're finishing this video. And please like, share, and subscribe as it feeds the algorithm. So with that said, roll it.
What is a woman? Can you tell me that? Well, you're at the Women's March. You must have some idea. Please, if one person could tell me what a woman is.
You are not here for women. We ask you to leave.
What is that?
I'm a biological woman that medically transitioned to appear like a male. I will never be a man.
And so they go on the internet and they're told that all of their problems will be solved if they become a man.
So you worry that there could be a sort of social contagion element of this?
A teeny tiny bit, maybe.
And you're affirming it with hormones that have never been used in this way.
Puberty blockers, which are completely reversible.
Completely reversible.
One of the drugs used is Lupron, right? Which has actually been used to chemically castrate sex offenders.
You know what? I'm not sure that we should continue with this interview.
So you don't want to talk about the drugs that you give to kids, or?
How can they be removing the healthy breasts of 15-year-old girls?
There are masculine girls. There are feminine boys. What are we going to do about that? Carve them up?
Part of me wants to ask why you care so much.
I care about the truth. I care about children. I care about the women who are having their opportunities stolen from them.
Is it transphobic to tell the truth?
The interview's over. Let's turn off the cameras.
Excuse me.
Well, they're fair. I just wanted to know, what is a woman?
And you're not going to find out.
Based on what I'm saying, would you ever want to move to America?
They say no, never.
Quick movie review. You know, obviously I liked it. It was great. It was awesome. The production level was on point. The pacing was on point. It was entertaining in itself. You know, you went from something very gradual that goes into something Walsh, just having these conversations, into actually pushing back and saying, you know what, y'all are the ones who say you want this whole gender ideology, but you can't define the words that you want to define. And so obviously I like it and everything. And so I also watched Blaire White's review on this, and I'll echo what she said. 2 points that I definitely 100% agree with is that, number one, this is behind a paywall, right? And so the people that needs to watch this are not gonna watch this. You know, if it was available on Amazon, whatever, it would have been great. Obviously, Daily Wire has a business structure that they need to support and everything, and that's great. I understand that, but definitely it's hard because this is a great red pill moment, and I agree with Tim Pool mentioning that, right? And so having these conversations that, you know, it's the right that wants to define these words, and it's the left that is really just standing on projection and theory, whereas the right is actually on principle and actually defining what these things are and what's happening. But the left doesn't have principle. Like, they're just trying to push this ideology. And again, like, the people that you need to reach to, especially parents, like, who aren't Daily Wire subscribers, aren't gonna see this. And so that was the biggest thing that I, again, agree with Blaire White. The next portion is, because I already follow Walsh, because I already follow people like Debra Soh, Jordan Peterson, that was in this video that I've seen on Joe Rogan or other platforms, I already know what a lot of these things is. But again, on that, even on that level, I still very much enjoyed it, went through the journey, because again, Matt Walsh is very entertaining just by asking these questions, and it's not even on the point where it's like interrogation. He's just asking questions, and you have that one professor saying, you know what, when you talk about the truth, getting to the truth, it sounds very transphobic, right? And so they're getting triggered just by having these conversations because they don't want to have these conversations, even when it's like just as simple as what is a woman, right? And that's the crux of this whole thing, is that they can't even define this because their ideology says anyone can be a woman, right? And so, again, overall, loved it. It was great. Again, production, entertainment level, all of that is great. And again, the only portion that what sucks is that it's under a paywall. You know what? Maybe if anything, I probably need to do like work with the Asian Pacific Community Center, which is run by the RNC here in Las Vegas, and do like a screening / viewing / discussion, post-discussion afterwards and everything. And so just for the people, and so that I can invite people who won't necessarily would be Daily Wire subscribers to actually get involved and listen to what's happening, you know. And of course, it would have been great to have Blaire White on it, who she can recognize as someone who is transgender or transsexual, really, I guess, but not like saying like, you know what, I am biologically male, but I present myself as a woman, you know. And so, but she understands the concreteness of everything versus like, you know, I'm not male or female, I'm neither, I'm beyond all the gender ideology that people use as like non-binary and all that good stuff, and so, or bad stuff in this case, right? And so, yeah, again, love it. So with that said, we're gonna take a look into one of the segments that I kind of want to go into, and it's this Democrat representative, and I love it because he's just trying to run away from the whole interview. So we're gonna take a look, take a watch, have some discussion. So, yeah.
Congressman, thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us. You are the first member of Congress who's a member of the LGBT community and also a person of Asian descent. You're also a big proponent of the Equality Act.
Yes.
What is the Equality Act? If you were to just summarize it very briefly, I know it does a lot.
So pause real quick. One reason why I wanted to record this segment and do it and everything, because obviously I talk a lot about like the Asian American community and conservatives and where we are in the red pill and everything. And so here we have like an Asian American who is on the Democratic side. Nothing new under the sun. But I kind of want to go into like because I talk about so much Asian Americans tend to be conservative, right? And so obviously that's not all the case across the board, but like I want to take a look at this guy. Like obviously you're trying to be on the level of good intentions, but yeah, you know, the path to hell is laid with good intentions. And so I just want to take a look at what he is talking about, what he talked about, and try to go and dissect and analyze what's going on here in regards to the documentary, right?
The most simplest way to talk about the Equality Act is that it simply amends the 1964 Civil Rights Act to include sexual orientation and gender identity. So public accommodations is one area.
What's a way that someone who's LGBT could be discriminated in public accommodations?
I'll also throw in real quick, when it comes to the LGBT stuff, like for the most part, I just agree with the people who just want to be left alone. Like a libertarian point of view, like let me live life. It's just the people who are the activists that are the real issue, who really don't speak for a lot of the majority. And so, yeah.
Currently, you know, public accommodations is the whole area of, you know, hotels and motels and
bathrooms and sports teams. Is that?
I say bathrooms, sports teams, athletic events.
Let's get into more specific policy issues. There are some women who say, and I've talked to a few who say this. They say, hey, you know, I'd like some privacy in the bathroom. I'd prefer not to encounter naked penises, frankly. They say even that the penis is
I love this. Look at his body language. He's like looking aside like, someone help me. Someone, is there a button? Is there an alarm? Like, someone get me out of here. I was like laughing so hard during this portion. Like he wants someone to life save him right now. Like, yo, someone pull me out of this conversation. He does not want to have this conversation.
really bought into the rumor that only men have penises. How do we account for that? How do you respond to that?
Long pause. Like, I can see in what he's thinking, like, do I want to answer this? How do I answer this? If I say something wrong, I'll be canceled. Like, yeah, you would be, because this is the side that you're trying to pander to. It's so great. Like, he does not want to answer, yo.
What I would say is...
What were you going to say?
Most transgender people that I know, and it's a very, I think, distinct minority of people. It is a very, I think, we're talking.
See, okay, a part of this, he understands what's going on, right? A part of him actually wants to go on the logical level, like, hey, like, even though we want to have people have, like, equality or whatever you want to call it, but, like, at the same time, this is a minority of people that's requesting this or have an issue. So, a part of him is, like, thinking maybe, like, why is this shouldn't be as larger issue as people are making out to be.
About a lot of people.
But they're the loudest, right?
I think a person who wants to use a woman's bathroom, who identifies as transgender, really does think of themselves as a female. So how we go about trying to...
See, and that's also a problem for the left, is like, if you're a born man but present as a female altogether, like, maybe, but there are people who are like the non-binaries and the people who say, like, I'm a woman but present male. Like, what? And they still say that I'm a woman. Like, it's like, and like, or they're non-binary, so you're gonna have women with beards type thing, and so...
respect their basic right to live, I think it will be an important part of this law. And bathrooms. Well, wait a minute. Bathrooms are, where you want to take this conversation, instead of the basic right to just life is something.
See, and I can see where he's going with, but, like, who do you cater to now, right? Do you cater to, in this case, like, whether it's women's bathrooms or women's rights, do you partake to the women who are born women and are going to be women for what I would presume the rest of their life, or the people who just transition, like, and they were only females? In the case of Leah Thomas, like, you could say she was female the whole time, but, like, she only did this recently, so
justify that you're kind of not focusing on first, so we're going straight to controversy over bathrooms. So you know what, I think this interview is over.
He's like, let me go, we gotta go, we got a meeting. We gotta go.
One last
Well, the interview's over.
I want to know what is a woman?
Please turn off the camera.
Excuse me, so we're going to end the interview. You guys could please pack up.
I just wanted to know. I came all this way to know what. With a fair question, I just wanted to know what is a woman.
And you're not going to find out.
What is a woman, and you're not going to find out. Oh, I love it. This is the side that this is their side, right? Again, the people on the left, progressive, whatever you want to call it, everything left of AOC, if not everything that is Pelosi and their side, right? This is what they're trying to cater to, right? This is the non-logical, non-everything, and because, again, even if you want to have these discussions, you're gonna end up crossing some lines with certain people, whether it's women, TERFs, whatever, trans, whatever. You're gonna say something wrong and you're gonna get canceled, right? And so there's no win-win situation on the left. And then, of course, the people on the right, we just want to call you out and put a mirror to your face and saying, this is what you're trying to promote, right? We saying none of this, but you're the ones who are trying to do it. So what do you want to do? But when you do it, when you talk about this, you want to run away. We can define what a woman is, adult human female. Y'all are the ones who can't define these words, right? And so, again, this was a great moment. Totally love everything in this documentary. So, yeah. So final thoughts. Alright, so like I said, this documentary was really great. I love this segment. There's a lot of good moments in this documentary. And so if you haven't a chance, go watch it yourself. If not, maybe password share with someone who might. And hopefully, again, if you're in the Las Vegas area, maybe I will actually do what I said and actually do a viewing, a screening, or whatever at the Asian Pacific Community Center, RNC in Chinatown. And so hopefully maybe I'll do it. And so we'll see. And so again, put it down, your thoughts as far as, and again with this video clips that you've seen, what are your thoughts about this whole documentary? Did you actually watch it? Put your comments below. It feeds the algorithm, have this continued discussion, you know. And so, you know, YouTube does not like me. They are doing the best to keep the algorithm away from me, so any little thing will help. Comment, like, anything, even saying hello in the comments. Please do everything you can, because I do want to bring this discussion elsewhere and elevate this to the next level. So thank you again for watching. You can follow me on my Instagram at HeyMitchMitch. You can follow me on Rumble, Mitch Lozada. I'm also working on my project, Project Arcada. Check it out, project.arcada on Instagram. And see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace, peace, peace. Be with you.